Tiger Woods' Florida mansion is a hole-in-one. The $57 million property is the perfect place for Tiger to relax and perfect his game.
Tiger Woods built something on 9 acres of Jupiter Island that his real estate agent called a mini Olympic village, a 100-foot swimming pool, a 4-hole private golf course with professional sand traps, a diving pool, a spa, a field and track, tennis and basketball courts, 2 private boat docks, and a reflecting pond all behind walls and gates thick enough that you will never see inside unless he invites you, and a net worth Forbes places at $1.3 billion. This is what converting the greatest athletic career of a generation into a permanent Florida empire looks like. This is the full story. The origin. Eldrick Taunt Woods, born December 30th, 1975, in Cypress, California. His father Earl was a retired Army lieutenant colonel, a Vietnam War veteran who picked up golf for the first time at age 42 on a Brooklyn military course. His mother Kultida was from Thailand. Tiger was their only child. Earl named his son after Colonel Vuong Dang Phong, a South Vietnamese soldier who had saved his life in combat. The name became the most recognized in golf history, but it was not given, it was engineered. This was not a wealthy household. The Navy course, the modest ranch house on Teakwood Street, the beat-up car, to tournaments. What the family lacked in money, Earl replaced with access, knowledge, and iron determination. At 20, Tiger signed with Nike before playing a single professional event. He was already rewriting what black athletic wealth could look like. The foundation where it all started. He turned professional in August of 1996. He won 2 PGA Tour events before the year ended. In April of 1997, at 21 years old, he won the Masters tournament at Augusta National by 12 strokes, the largest margin of victory in the tournament's history, the youngest ever Masters champion, and the first person of African American or Asian heritage to win the title. Augusta National had barred black members until 1991. Now it had a young black tie man in a green jacket on the most photographed patch of grass in American golf. Tiger Woods did not just win a major that Sunday, he altered what was possible. PGA Tour television ratings tripled over the following 8 years. His Nike fees rose from $40 million over 5 years to $105 million when the deal renewed in 2000. From 2002 to 2012, he was the highest-paid athlete on earth for 10 consecutive years, over $100 million annually, more than 90% from endorsements, not prize money. Career prize money totals approximately $121 million. Total career earnings exceed $1.8 billion. The difference, roughly $1.7 billion, is the story of what Tiger Woods understood that most athletes never do. The trophy sits on the shelf, but the brand compounds forever. The real estate, the Jupiter Island estate. At 462 South Beach Road on Jupiter Island, Florida, sits the centerpiece of Tiger Woods' real estate empire. He acquired the property in 2006 for approximately $40 million. Over the following 4.5 years, he invested an additional estimated $15 million in construction, renovation, and the build-out of training facilities. The result was completed around 2010, and it remains one of the most extraordinary private residences on the east coast of the United States. The estate spans approximately 9 acres of oceanfront land on Jupiter Island, one of the most private and exclusive residential communities in America. A barrier island in Martin County, Jupiter Island has a year-round population of fewer than 1,000 people, a median home price in the tens of millions, and a culture of almost absolute discretion. You do not buy here for proximity to nightlife. You buy here for walls, gates, and the Intracoastal Waterway on one side and the Atlantic Ocean on the other. The main residence covers approximately 9,700 square feet across 7 bedrooms and 9 bathrooms. Total square footage across all structures on the property reaches approximately 14,000 square feet, a figure that does not include the outdoor training complex. The estate includes a 100-foot swimming pool and a separate diving pool, a full spa, a tennis court and basketball court, a 100-foot field and track, 2 private boat docks on the Intracoastal Waterway, a reflecting pond, and the crown of the compound, a 4-hole private golf course covering 3.5 acres, complete with professional sand traps and short game facilities that Tiger designed himself, calibrated to his own game. One local real estate agent who has taken aerial photographs of the property described it as a mini Olympic village. That description is accurate. This is not a home. This is a personal athletic training facility that happens to have bedrooms inside it. Every inch of the property was designed around the demands of a man who needed to be able to practice for a major championship without leaving his own land. The market value of the estate is estimated at between $54 million and $80 million as of 2024 and 2025, depending on the source and methodology used. It is one of the most valuable private residences in Florida. It operates behind surveillance systems, mature landscaping that completely obscures exterior sightlines, and a dual waterway boundary that means Tiger can, if he chooses, leave by boat rather than by road. He chose Jupiter, Florida, as his permanent base, not randomly but deliberately. Jupiter sits within Martin County, which has no state income tax and sits at the northern edge of Palm Beach County's orbit, close enough to the infrastructure of Palm Beach and Boca Raton, far enough from the visibility of Miami. It is home to the Medalist Golf Club, one of the most competitive private clubs in America, where Woods trains. It is where TGR's corporate headquarters are located. It is where the Woods Jupiter, his upscale sports restaurant that opened in August of 2015, operates. Jupiter is not just where Tiger lives, it is the operational hub of his entire business enterprise. The business empire. TGR is the parent company for every non-golf dimension of Tiger Woods' empire. Headquartered in Jupiter, Florida, it is structured as a multi-brand enterprise covering design, events, food and beverage, entertainment, and philanthropy. Inside TGR sit several distinct businesses, each operating at a level of strategic coherence that is rare for athlete-founded ventures. TGR Design is his golf course architecture firm. Founded formally and operating under the TGR umbrella, the company has now signed the blueprints on 17 golf-related facilities, including courses, practice facilities, and entertainment venues. The flagship project was Blue Jack National in Montgomery, Texas, which opened in April of 2016 and was named Best New Private Course in the country by both Golf Digest and Golf Magazine in the same year. Current active projects include Blue Jack Ranch in Aledo, Texas, the Marcella Club in Utah, Trout National, the Reserve in New Jersey, and a 9-hole par 3 course in Augusta, Georgia, a project whose location alone carries enormous symbolic weight. TGR Live is his events production company, organizing and managing golf tournaments, including the Hero World Challenge in the Bahamas, the annual charitable event that drives significant revenues back into the TGR Foundation. The Woods Jupiter is his upscale sports restaurant on PGA Boulevard in Jupiter, Florida, an experiential dining venue that extends the TGR brand into hospitality and has operated since 2015. PopStroke is the business that most clearly signals where Tiger Woods' commercial future is heading. A technology-forward golf and casual dining entertainment concept that he co-owns with TaylorMade Golf and founder Greg Bartoli, PopStroke was valued at $650 million when TaylorMade made a significant investment in the company. Each PopStroke venue features professional-grade putting courses, food and beverage, and technology-integrated gameplay designed to bring non-golfers into the sport. There are venues operating across Florida, Arizona, and Texas, with expansions announced in Nashville, Las Vegas, and multiple additional Florida markets. Each location runs approximately 80,000 square feet on a 3-acre footprint. The business is positioned to be the most scalable consumer brand in the Tiger Woods portfolio. TMRW Sports is his co-venture with Rory McIlroy and sports media executive Mike McCarley, founded in August of 2022. Its flagship product is TGL, the Technology Golf League, a primetime indoor golf competition broadcast on ESPN featuring 6 teams of 4 PGA Tour players, blending simulation technology with live play in a purpose-built arena in Palm Beach Gardens, Florida. TGL launched its inaugural season in January of 2025. Tiger's own TGR Ventures co-owns the Jupiter Lynx GC team within the league. meaning he is simultaneously the broadcast product, the arena investor, and the team owner. That is vertical integration in its purest form. Sunday Red is the apparel brand he launched in February of 2024, alongside TaylorMade, not as an endorser but as a co-owner. Following the end of his 27-year, reportedly $545 million partnership with Nike, he did not sign with another apparel giant. He created his own brand. Sunday Red, named after his lifelong habit of wearing red on tournament Sundays, is headquartered in San Clemente, California, and operates as a standalone lifestyle and athletic brand. The 15 major championships he has won are embedded in the logo. The brand launched commercially in May of 2024. Woods earns from it not as a paid face but as a company co-owner equity, not sponsorship, the deed, not the receipt. His net worth as of 2025 is estimated by Forbes at $1.3 billion. His total career earnings exceed $1.8 billion, according to Sportico. Endorsement income has historically reached $100 million annually at peak. He remains among the top 4 highest-paid golfers in the world, despite playing only 3 official PGA Tour events between mid-2024 and mid-2025, earning an estimated $55 million in that span, nearly all of it from Sunday Red and brand activities. The legacy play. In 1996, the same year he turned professional, Tiger Woods and his father Earl co-founded what became the TGR Foundation. Earl died of prostate cancer on May 3, 2006, and Tiger has continued the foundation's work ever since, reorienting it around his father's memory and his own belief that STEM education and college access are the levers that move communities out of poverty. The TGR Foundation's flagship physical asset is the Tiger Woods Learning Center in Anaheim, California, a $50 million, 35,000 square foot facility that opened in 2006 and provides college access programs, STEM education, and enrichment resources for underserved youth. It sits in the same region of Southern California where Tiger grew up, a deliberate return. The center has since expanded to 4 additional satellite campuses in Washington, D.C., Philadelphia, and Stuart, Florida. Combined, TGR Foundation programs have served more than 175,000 students since opening. The Earl Woods Scholar Program supports high-potential students with demonstrated financial need and a commitment to community service. TGR EDU Explore, developed in partnership with Discovery Education, offers free online access to STEM curricula, college access tools, and career development resources for students and educators nationwide. The foundation has made grants to institutions including the J. Paul Getty Trust, Pepperdine University, Envision Excellence in STEM Education, and the Chris Paul Family Foundation. He also redesigned the South Shore and Jackson Park golf courses in Chicago, a TGR design project to restore 2 historic public courses on the South Side, a predominantly black neighborhood, into an 18-hole championship facility with practice infrastructure. That project is the architectural expression of the same principle that drives the TGR Foundation, that the tools of excellence should not be private privileges, they should be public infrastructure. The TGR Foundation raises funds through the Hero World Challenge, the Genesis Invitational, and other tournament events. It is, by the standards of athlete-founded philanthropies, one of the larger and more programmatically coherent charitable organizations in American sports. The life now. He is 49 years old. He lives on Jupiter Island, in the compound he built himself, surrounded by the training infrastructure he designed for his own body. His 2 children, daughter Sam Alexis, born in 2007, and son Charlie Axel, born in 2009, are central to his life. Charlie has accompanied him to the PNC Championship, the father-son PGA Tour event, where they have competed as a pair and finished as high as tied for 5th in a field of 20 professional teams. Tiger has spoken publicly about Charlie's ability and about the specific experience of watching his son play a sport he has spent his entire life studying. He has had multiple back surgeries and a career-threatening car accident in February of 2021 when his Genesis SUV left the road in California and rolled down an embankment. He required surgery to reconstruct his right leg. He returned to competitive golf, completing the Masters in 2022 on a leg that surgeons had considered amputating in the immediate aftermath of the crash. He has since had ankle surgery, subtalar fusion surgery, and continues to manage physical limitations that would have ended the careers of lesser athletes a decade ago. He has not fully retired. He plays selectively, manages his body with the same precision he once managed a swing plane, and continues to grow an empire that no longer depends on tournament finishes to compound. He turned down reported advances from Live Golf in 2022 that would have been worth hundreds of millions of dollars. He stayed with the PGA Tour. He did not say publicly whether the decision was about money, legacy, or principle, but the consequences were clear. The man who could have cashed out chose ownership instead. TMRW Sports, TGL, Sunday Red, Popstroke, TGR Design. He is not building a retirement, he is building a structure. 9 acres on Jupiter Island, a 100-foot pool, a 4-hole private golf course, $1.3 billion, and a business empire headquartered in the same city as his home, his restaurant, his golf league, and his corporate offices. He practiced in a garage. He learned golf on Navy greens. And then he built something no endorsement check could ever buy: land, equity, design, education, and technology, all under one roof in Florida. He did not sign with another apparel brand. He built his own. He did not play in someone else's league. He built his own. The son of a military man now owns the fortress. The trophy sits on the shelf. The empire compounds forever. Which part surprised you most? Drop it in the comments. Subscribe and hit the notification bell. We cover Black wealth and legacy every single week.